Hi, my name is Heather Westlake. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. I wanted to show you a fun fold card that has a gift card holder inside of it. And as you pull it up, the gift card pops up from the inside. I used some designer series paper I was trying to use up. It's from the Best Dressed designer series paper. It has some really great feminine images. It's got purses and perfume and makeup and shoes and flowers. And then I also used the Dress to Impress stamp set. It did carry over to the new catalog. It also has some of the great little images and then some words. Be as bold as your lipstick. Hello, fabulous. Life is short. Buy the shoes. Happy Mother's Day, and kindness is always in style. So it's a great little stamp set. So here's the first one I already showed you. This is a card we're going to make today. And then the other one has some of the perfume. And I just cut out some of the perfume bottles as kind of highlights on the front. And then you pull it up and there pops out the gift card. So let me show you the dimensions for what we're doing today. This would be the time in the video if you'd like to write those down. You can pause the video and write those down before we carry on. So let me show you how I made this card. The base is actually mint macaron, and I've used our Simply scoring tool from Stampin' Up! It's a great tool to easily and quickly score on certain measurements that you need. It comes with a stylus that has 2 tips. It also comes with 4 of these markers, so you can put them on whatever measurements you need. This particular card we're scoring at 2 1/4 and 7 3/4. I like to use the smaller end of the stylus. It seems to stay in the grooves better for me. So you just press down and pull firmly across the lines, and that's done as quick as that. Now you'll notice on this there's 2 ends. One of them is a little bit shorter than the other. This end is the shorter end. This is the longer end. It's actually the longer end. I'm going to turn this over. It's the longer end that's going to fold up and where the gift card's going to pop out of. So I just want to make kind of a little mark there for you to show you where we're going to put the tear and tape, which is a little bit stronger adhesive that we sell. Just going to put 1 strip along each of those edges there from the score line down. So I'll go ahead and do that. The thing that's great about tear and tape, besides being a little bit stronger, is you don't have to use your scissors and get them all gooped up. So it's easy to just quickly tear it and break it off wherever you need it. So you want to press down firmly so that the adhesive actually sticks. And then pull up on that waxy piece of paper, and you can discard that. The inside section, which is the mechanism that pops up the gift card, is actually white. It's a little bit harder to see here. I've already scored here and here. So I'm going to go ahead and take my bone folder and run across those just so those are pretty firmly indented there. Also going to curve this, bend it just a little bit, kind of round it up so that hopefully it'll help the mechanism pop open a little bit better. So here I've kind of made a mark on the end, this whole section there in the 3/4 section. I'm going to put tear and tape on. So again, I'm just going to put 2 strips across there, one at one end and then the other one right up against the score line, where I want it to adhere to the card. Again, press down firmly, remove and then discard those waxy pieces. What you're going to want to do is take your base and put the shorter section at the top. You're going to take this white mechanism piece and put it right up against this score line. Just want it totally flush, but center it from left to right this way. Make sure it's in there straight so your mechanism will pull out correctly. Once you get that just setting up against that score line, go ahead and shut this top piece and then press firmly here so that the adhesive sticks. And then press again here just to make sure that that goes well. I'm just going to fold this again just a little bit here. And then this bottom portion just folds up over the top of this. And then press down firmly on both of the sides. I also then went in and just stuck my fingers up inside of here a little bit and kind of pulled that out a little bit. It seemed to do better if there was more room for this mechanism to pull in and out, and you do have to kind of do it a couple times just to kind of get it going. But let's go ahead and decorate the front. So I already have some of the designer series paper for the front here, so I'm just going to really quick put some adhesive on that. I also picked out a contrasting color to put underneath this top lid here. I'll show you that in just 1 second. This piece is going to go on the bottom. And I have a piece to go on the top. Then I picked daffodil, actually this is so saffron, sorry, and I just put a little strip of thin adhesive right there, and I'm just going to set this under here. I just want a little bit of it to show there peeking out from underneath that flap as a highlight, but I do want to make sure it's somewhat straight, would be helpful. So we have that. This next piece is going to be the piece that has our words on it. So I'm going to take my white circle that I've already die cut with some Memento ink and the Hello Fabulous stamp from the Dressed to Impress. I'm going to stamp it just a little bit down towards the bottom just because I have those other items to highlight on there. I'm going to go ahead and adhere that to, this is a petal pink scallop circle I've already die cut as well. Then I took the image of a little lip gloss, and I'll show you that here in a second, that I've cut out. So that's going to be one of my highlights, so I'll get back to that. So for this piece, I want to be sure not to put adhesive all over the whole back. If I did that, it would glue my whole card shut. So I do want it just on the upper half. So the easiest way for me to do it is just to put it the last place I know for sure it's okay to have adhesive on this piece, and then put one at the top of this piece because I know for sure the top is going to be touching. I do want it just a little bit down from the center, but I am trying to center it left to right. I want to make sure my Fabulous is fairly straight. Let me show you what I did with the lipstick case. I stamped the image from Dressed to Impress just on a white piece of cardstock. I used Stays On black ink because I knew I was going to color with my markers. So I already colored the lipstick portion with Lovely Lipstick. I'm going to go ahead and do just the middle portion of the case with Mint Macaron. I don't have to be too perfect at the bottom because I'm actually going to cover that up, and I'll show you that trick in a second. So what I did was I stamped that same image, the bottom of the lipstick case, on this designer series paper. I don't know if you can see that, but it's actually from the Ornate Garden Suite. It's got this really pretty gold filigree on it, and I just thought it really looked like the bottom of a pretty lipstick case. So when I cut it out, that's why I didn't color the bottom of this. I'm going to cover it. It's called paper piecing. I do want to go just a hair inside the black line there because I already have that on my lipstick case here, so I don't need to leave that showing. I did put just a little adhesive on the back. I think I'll get one more mini glue dot. Cool thing about mini glue dots, you do not have to touch them. All you do is take the piece, the thing you want to stick, touch it to the dot, and let it pull it off and adhere. That way you don't get it stuck to your finger and can't get it off. So there's that. Then really quick, I also wanted to put on one rhinestone. I have some old ones here. So what I'm going to do is slide the tips of my scissors underneath it and grab a hold of it and then just set it right there and push it down firmly. Now my last thing to do is to line up these two items. They're kind of an accent to show off on the front of the card. So again, I'm going to use mini glue dots to adhere them. Find the beginning. Again, I'm just going to kind of twist and let it pull off that mini glue dot. So on the left, I want it pointing towards the left. The other one, I think I'm going to have it pointing the opposite direction. And there you go. There's your gift card holder with a cute little card to give to someone special. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great day. See you soon.